Last one. Remix. DB, DS Brothers, Flow Rider, Homeboy, Pitbull, Flip It, DJ Loud.
Shake, shake, now drop. Let your mama say, ooh, shake, shake, now drop. Let your man say, ooh, shake, shake, now drop. Let your sister say, ooh, shake, shake, now drop, drop. Yeah, I wanna see.
Your job's a joke, you broke, your love life's the away. It's like you're always stuck in second gear, when it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even your year. But I'll be there for you.
You're a jerk.
In Walter Dean Meyer's book, Fallen Angels, there was a lot of friendship shown between the main character Perry and Pee-wee. He then uses a kind of tone and has a certain purpose for putting that tone in the book. Tone is the overall feeling that you get from the story. A man named Rings says that he can't trust the whites to watch his back in Nam and wants to make an oath with Perry and Pee-wee to stick together. His idea of an oath, however, is to cut their wrists and mingle their blood to symbolize what was going to happen in the strange land called Vietnam. Pee-wee straight out tells Rings that his idea of an oath is crazy, and he will have no part in it. Perry's excuse is that he has hemophilia, and if he cuts himself, he won't stop bleeding. At the end of the chapter, Pee-wee comes up to Perry and proposes a different kind of oath. Pee-wee said, "Yo! You remember that brother wanted to mingle our blood and stuff?" Perry said back, "Yeah?" Pee-wee then said, "Maybe we could do that stuff with some spit or something." They then spit on their hands and shook. This handshake was the handshake of friendship, and these two fine men would honor the friendship for the rest of the book. That's Blood Brothers, page 20. The overall tone of this was, it'd be dry humor, just because how they were coming up with excuses for how they didn't want to mingle blood. And the purpose for this would be to show what crazy things people were doing to make oaths for friendship in the war.
My eyes are shut. They have seen the dead. Shut. They have seen the dead. Shut. They have seen the dead. Shut. They have seen the dead.
This is gonna be intense soon. Perry woke up one morning with the worst pain he has ever felt in his life. His first thought was that it was an attack of appendicitis. He got up out of bed and woke up Pee-wee and told him he needs to get help. Jamal the medic comes in and examines Perry. He tells Perry that Perry has diarrhea and the only thing he needs to do is take some pills every time he goes to the bathroom. He tells Perry the pills will sometimes work, but usually will never work. Pee-wee says, "Yo, homosexual, you gotta do more than that." And Jamal just shrugs off and goes away. Pee-wee sticks up for Perry when he thought Perry had a severe illness, when the only thing wrong with Perry was that he had diarrhea. Only a true friend would do that. The tone is funny because Perry thought he was gonna die when he only had a little thing wrong with him. And the purpose of this was to show that Pee-wee was there for Perry when he needed it the most. You stay classy, Iowa Falls.
I need some time just to deliver the things that I need for now. Everything that I feel's like a warm, deep calm casting over me, and it's taking me to somewhere new. If you believe it, everything's alright. you won't be all alone tonight. And I'd be blessed by the light of your company, slowly lifting me to somewhere new. Oh, can you tell I haven't slept very well since the last time that we spoke? You said, please understand if I see you again, don't even say hello.
You ready?
Should I go?
Is it videotaped right now?
Yeah.
Then yeah, I should go.
1, 2, 3. Perry and Pee-wee finally get back to the real world. The whole flight home, they hold hands and try to adjust to the idea of returning to the normal life. Perry says the stewardess came over and offered us a Coke. I think she was embarrassed that we were holding hands. The overall tone of this scene would be relief because they are holding hands and are happy to be away from the troubles of Vietnam. And the purpose was to show how close Perry and Pee-wee have came from the beginning of the book to the end of the book.
Moving like burn, moving like burn, we moving like burn. Well, it's the weekend, we moving like burn, moving like burn, we moving like burn. Well, it's the weekend, we moving like burn. Hey.
And the purpose of this story was to cause so what's the purpose?
The purpose? What scene is this?
It's the diarrhea one. Where he thought he was gonna die.
Oh, to just show that Perry was there for him.
And the purpose of this was to show that Pee-wee was there for Perry when he needed it the most. You stay classy, Iowa Falls.
And when you see my friends, tell them how for me, and tell them what you think about the way you handled everything. You turned it all you left me with was this broken key, so tell me what you think.
A million here, a million there. Yeah, you got a mill, but for real, dog, nobody cares.